It's 2026. It is time to sit down and plan your year. Now, personally, I really am not the person that's like, oh my gosh, it's the first. You need to wake up and completely transform your life. I don't think it's good for you to wake up one day and be like, all right, I'm doing everything different. I'm a whole new person. Transformation begin. No, that's not healthy. Baby steps. I like baby steps. That's the way to actually keep habits. Honestly, this will work for both. So small business or just someone trying to manage their life. This is what you want to do. And once I learned about this, it really transformed the way I planned my year. You want to think about the year in 4 sections. You have your January, February, March, April, May, and June, but July, August, September. Then you have October, November, December. So for me, I create videos on how to make skincare products. I've noticed at the beginning of the year, it's a really popular time for people to get into a new hobby. So honestly, January, February, and March is a good time for a channel like mine or really any DIY how-to crafty content. This is when I would want to create a bunch of introduction content. This is how you get into it type of content. But of course, if maybe you're just trying to get your life together, maybe you want to start physically exercising a lot more. January, February, and March, like a time you do your indoor activities. April, May, and June is spring. So this is the time of year where I actually feel like it's the new year. If you're trying to do physical goals, start lightly in January, February, March. And then you have July, August, and then September. Now this is when kids start going back to school. This is really where I notice if you have a business where you're selling things, or specifically me, when you make how-to content, this is really where you see a lot of people pull back. Or, if you do something that has to do with school, obviously this is where school will pop up. This is also where a lot of summer stuff is kind of more popular in April, May, and June, to be honest. July, August, September is really when you want to start planning for the holidays. If you're a business owner, you want to start planning for basically the last quadrant of the year, 1 quadrant before that, or if not 2 quadrants ahead, depending on how long it takes you to do or craft up whatever you're going to do. You need to start it ahead of time. I noticed living in these 3 month quadrants, it really helps me plan out my year better. And it also makes me feel less guilty, because I know January, February, March, it is winter, it is cold. My body is not going to be moving as much as I want it to actually be. So if I set all of these goals of trying to be physically active and it's freaking freezing outside, I'm not gonna do that. So that's why you wanna do lighter things. Again, if you own a business, personally, I think January, February, March is a great time to just work as much as you can. Don't overwork yourself. You guys know I'm not a big fan of that. But this is when nothing's really going on, no one's doing much, and you're not gonna miss out on anything really. So just work as much as you can during this time if you're you're a self-employed. And again, just look at these quadrants and see what works the best. Let's talk about the last quadrant, October, November, December. This is the holiday quadrant. As you guys know, you got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, you got the holidays. And if you sell physical products, this is when you're gonna be selling the most product. This is when you honestly better lock in and know you're going to be really busy during the holiday season. Or maybe if you're a person trying to plan your life, this can be the 3 months you kind of chill and you're easy on yourself. It's whatever you want to do, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I just wanted to give you this layout, because when I heard about this whole quadrant section of the year thing, and that this is literally what the model that tons of businesses and brands go by, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much more sense. Yeah, I hope that is insightful for you. But yeah, that is just the first half of the video. The next half of the video is my vlog. I honestly, after I vlogged this, and now I'm sitting here thinking about it, I just don't want to post it, because that's just how I am with vlogs. If I don't edit them and post them right away, I get the ick. But we're not doing that anymore because we have a second channel. So here's the vlog. New year, new channel. Hey, what's up? My name is Tara. This is Tara Lee 2, and we're gonna get our life together for 2026. Vlogmas literally was essentially just a tornado that went through this place, and we need a reset. Can we acknowledge the fact that both of these calendars are highly inaccurate. This one says May, this one's November. So you can intensely see how much of a reset I need. I didn't even accomplish everything on this list. Okay, we did do this. It's been on there for so long, it doesn't even erase. But the rest, we still need to add to our to-do list. So before we erase this board, we need to make sure we take what was already previously on it that we never accomplished. If you are a big list maker like me, I can't even tell you how many times I just create to-do lists of things I need to do, and then like half the things get scratched off and then the other half is still left to do, but then I'm like, none of that stuff really needs done. But then I start a new to-do list and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta carry over that stuff to the new to-do list. You get my point? There's nothing wrong with not accomplishing everything on your to-do list. The point is that you tried and that you create another to-do list and you add that thing on the list and you don't forget about it. Containerpackaging.com actually sent me this, and I guess it'll come in handy since we got some 2026 on it. I want to give you guys things I've learned over the year. I'm 30 years old now, and I really do think you learn a lot in your 20s. I've had my own business for like 6 years. So I'm gonna give you guys some 2026 life rebrand tips and hopefully just overall some motivation. Take the tips if you want, don't take the tips if you don't want to. The tornado wasn't too bad in here. This isn't too much to clean up, honestly. It really just needs tidied. I wanna sweep and mop. Honestly, I might even wash the walls to clean up all the cat's blankets, give them some new ones. This is Shiggy, by the way. And this is Baby, because she's a scaredy cat of everything. But yeah, so we definitely have cat messes to clean. In here is where the chaos begins. I don't even really know where to start. I think the best way for me to tackle this mess is first go through, collect any dishes that are dirty, which by the way, if you formulate, you should not leave your dishes dirty. You should clean them right away. Anyway, let's talk about this first tip I have. Okay, so listen, some of these tips I'm gonna give are gonna sound like the most obvious things in the world. Yay, it didn't break. But the reason why they sound so obvious is because they're true. But really ask yourself, are you doing this? Get more sleep. You know you need more sleep. Quit staying up late. Go sleep when you get tired around 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Don't wait till you get that other energized rush around 11 or midnight. And then you start thinking about all the things you want to do and accomplish the next day, and then you wake up and you don't do any of them. Or maybe you're somebody like me and you sleep too much. Yes, that's a privilege. But don't have any reason to wake up because I'm self-employed, and I will literally just be like, oh, let me just go back to sleep. No, you'll mess up your sleep cycle that way, and then you'll be tired all day. Just wake up early with everybody else. Of course, take advantage sleeping in sometimes. Wake up early can actually feel the same as being up at 3 a.m. if you wake up early enough. That's pretty legit. But overall, my advice to you is get more sleep. You need it. Or if you're like me, quit sleep and wake up. Now I do want to add this because I do know I have a lot of people who are self-employed who watch my content, even though I don't know about this new channel. If you are self-employed, do take advantage of sleeping in if you want to. If you aren't a morning person, then sleep in and then work from noon to 8. Who cares? So another thing that goes along with this is like, yeah, definitely get more sleep, but also like live your life at whatever schedule you want. That's the perk of you being self-employed, right? So if you work best that way, do it. Some weeks I work best waking up at 7 a.m. Some weeks I work best waking up at 10 and probably only doing like 4 to 5 hours of work that day. That's fine. Another day I'll do 10. It doesn't matter. Do what works for you, but also don't be too lenient on yourself. Just be real with yourself. Are you making an excuse to not do work, or are you really actually not feeling well that day? Get up, take a 20-minute walk, then see how you're feeling. Which leads me to my next tip. Like genuinely, I'm not telling you to start exercising. You don't have to do that. You don't have to start working out, but I do recommend walking more. Yes, walking technically is actually exercising. So I guess, yeah, I am telling you to exercise. But the thing is that you don't need to overexert yourself. You really just need to get up and walk for 20 minutes. You might actually want to walk a little bit more after that, or maybe you'll want to start running. I do that a lot. I'll just start with walking, and then all of a sudden I'll just be like, ooh, I want to start running, and then I'm running, and then I'm like highly motivated. So really, it's not about about going and getting a gym membership and paying a bunch of money and going and getting a bunch of cute workout outfits. I hate that advice personally. I really don't think you need to go out and spend a bunch of money on cute workout outfits in order to work out. I literally will wake up in my pajamas and just walk on my treadmill and watch a YouTube video. And typically about 5 minutes in, I'll like want to start actually like moving a little bit more. And if you don't want to, who cares? Just walk. It's so easy and it really will make you feel better. You don't need to do push-ups. You don't need to do pull-ups. Don't worry about that. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty. Just get up and walk. It's the easiest thing to do and it's actually really good for you. When was the last time you actually stretched? Like, think about it. Not just like, I mean like legit, like actually stood, or maybe sit. You sit down the stretch, but like really went through, felt your body, stretched everything out, and did that maybe like at least every day. But like I never see anybody else stretch. Like when we go places and we're sitting in a stadium for a while, you know, I'll get up and do a little stretch. No one else does. And I really think it's because I regularly stretch, so I feel like I have to stretch more. I just genuinely don't think these other people are stretching that much. Specifically, you business owners. You run a whole business all on your own. Wake up and stretch. Don't wake up and reply to those emails right away. You need to stretch your body, especially sitting on that computer all the time, doing all the admin work. You gotta get that body stretched. It's not gonna stretch on its own. And later down the line, when you get older, you're really going to feel all that non-stretching in your past. And really that's what the walking as well. Just walking and stretching every day is such little minimal work that you can literally do while watching TV, while watching YouTube videos. You don't have to overexert your body, and this will really truly make your body feel so much better. You will be stronger and more motivated to work on your business. And it's so important to take care of you, the princess, the prince, the person who is literally over your entire business. Your business doesn't exist without you. So you have to make sure your body is tip-top shape in order to get that business running in tip-top shape. Let's keep it going. We got another one that's obvious as crap. Drink more water. But ask yourself, do you drink water on the reg? Do you drink how much you need on the daily? Well, guess what? It's probably not enough. You drink a lot of water, you still feel dehydrated? Welcome to my life. Okay, some of you might actually need to drink water, and that's pretty obvious who you might be. I think you can call yourself out on that. But if you're somebody who you drink a lot of water, hi, that's me, but yet you're still always so thirsty, I think you might need electrolytes. If you're someone like me who doesn't like Gatorade, Propel, all those drinks, or maybe you do like them, but you're just trying to stay away from all the sugar, buy this. What are they called? I think they're called trace mineral drops or something. It's literally, I don't know if it's exactly like all the vitamins and minerals that's in Gatorade and Propel, but it's all those vitamins and minerals that you need that a lot of people don't get daily that make us feel dehydrated and sometimes like tired. So if you don't want to get all that sugar and stuff from those like sports drinks, buy this, put it in your regular water. Bam, you're hydrated. It might take a little bit to get used to the taste. It's a little salty, but after that, honestly, it tastes really good. And some of you guys might actually drink gross water that doesn't taste very good. So maybe it'll make your water taste better. Now, I don't know you personally, but I can probably guarantee that you need to protect your peace more. And what I mean by that is, it can mean a number of things, but to me, it really means setting boundaries. It really means saying no when I want to say no, or saying yes when I want to say yes, or just doing the actions that I truly want to do without letting others' energy affect me. I think protecting your peace can be different for everybody. I think it really just depends on maybe like what you've went through in your life. Another method of protecting your peace is, I guess it's kind of like a form of meditation. No, I don't like meditating. It's so hard for me to quiet my mind. But the way I essentially do it, especially before I'm going to go somewhere where there's going to be a lot of emotions, and it's not that I don't want to be emotional, but it's like I don't want other people's emotions rubbing off on me, because sometimes their emotions are actually either causing more of a weight for me or honestly just not helpful at all. And me not absorbing their energy actually makes me a more stable person for them as well. So essentially all I do is I like imagine a bubble around me. And I think anybody can do this in whatever way they want. And I also think there's more things that go into this rather than just an imaginary thing. But it has to start in the mind first, I think, in order for it to be physical. So for me, how I was able to start doing it is I just started imagining a little bubble around me. That's it. Just a bubble. And that bubble is your protective bubble, and you only use it when you need your energy protected. Just kind of like fill myself up with that energy, and I imagine everybody else is kind of just staying wherever theirs may be. I'm not really imagining theirs, I'm just imagining mine and my energy surrounding me. And again, I only do this when it's really necessary or when I'm not in a good state to take in other people's energy. Because I do think it is important to go out and experience other people's energy, but I think sometimes people, especially people like me, can easily just let themselves be too open to everybody's energy, and then a lot of you gets mixed up with other people. And I don't know, I've really noticed that me creating a bubble for myself when I need it really, really helps protect me when I feel weaker. Okay, so what I would love for honestly like everybody to do is add one new hobby. I think sometimes people really don't understand what the definition of a hobby is. Sometimes when I wake up in the mornings, I'm just like, what do I do? I'm too tired to like clean. I'm not hungry yet. I don't want to drink caffeine yet. So what do I do? Do a little hobby. A little hobby that is the easiest thing in the world. Not a little hobby that's going to stress you out. Do a word search. You know how relaxing it is to do a word search at 6 a.m.? It's so relaxing. Or another thing, oh my gosh, these little sticker things. Literally, it's just a picture and you put the stickers in the right place that the picture tells you to put the sticker, and you just create the scene. It's seriously the most relaxing thing ever. And I don't know, the idea of it to me at first sounded wasteful, and then I was like, well, Tara, really, like any form of art is technically wasteful if you're not like selling it for profit or something. It ends up just being trash sitting there after you die one day. So what's the difference? You know, everyone else is wasting stuff, and if it brings me a little joy in the morning, then why not? The word search book, once I'm done with it, that's trash. So like, just do a little hobby. Next time you're on TikTok scrolling and someone's doing some little hobby and you want to get into it, just get into it. Of course, try to make it a cheap little hobby. It's expensive out there these days. Do things spill out of your closet door when you try to open it? Can you not close your pajama drawer without going Super Saiyan? I can bet money that there is a spot in your house that probably annoys you every single time you get in it. And it's probably something you get into a lot. I promise your 2026 is gonna be so much better if you just get those places organized. Yesterday I organized my vanity, I organized my beauty drawers, I organized my junk drawer because the drawer was getting caught every single time I tried to open it and it was annoying me. Oh, I also organized my bathroom as well because those are all places I get into daily and they weren't clean. Do that and I promise your 2026 is gonna be a lot less stressful. Organize the things you've been putting off organizing. You don't need to do a whole deep clean. Just pick one or two places you reach into daily that annoy you and clean those. I really do personally think it's so much easier to add things into your life to make it better instead of taking things away, because I think naturally as we add healthier habits into our life, those unhealthier habits will naturally just go away on their own. So I'm curious, I wanna know, what are you going to be adding to your life in 2026 to make it better? Also, I feel like this is really important for me to add. I'm not a monster that wears shoes inside. These are specifically indoor only shoes that I wear while I work sometimes. Already, the room is a million times cleaner. I feel like I can actually formulate in here. Yay. We've still got a bit of a mess up here in this department. This is basically just a bunch of products I've made recently. Actually, I'd say it's over the past year, and I really need to go through, organize those. Then we have some scrubs up here I made like forever ago, and I just haven't been able to get back to them. So these two shelves are essentially just piles of products I've made, and I do always make sure I have space for this kind of junk. It's just necessary for my job. I like to let products sit, watch them for a while, and then I also like to start projects and stop them and forget about them. And here's my giant pile of dishes. Ta-da! I'm not looking forward to this. Hope you guys enjoy the new Chan Chan. Yeah, this is just gonna be my place where I upload whatever I want.